So we'll start now. So Pega is the name of a company, Pega Systems, okay, and they have given an environment, okay, so to develop the web applications, okay. So the environment what they have provided, the package of a tool, it's called a tool, is said to be PRPC. PRPC stands for Pega Rules Process Commander, okay. So I'll show you the environment later. So for now, Pega is a PRPC, Pega Rules Process Command is an environment using which you can go ahead and build and develop the applications, and even on the same thing you will deploy the applications. I'll talk about technical terms later, okay. So first thing is you will develop the applications using an environment that is being designed by, yeah.
Hello?
Yes.
Hi, actually, learning is what kind of this programming language we should know that. I'm basically SAP background.
Okay, so I'll talk about what you should have an idea about, and all we'll discuss about after the demo. So for now we'll go ahead with demo, and before you learn Pega, what are the things that you should have in your
That's a
mind?
compulsory, right? For
I will tell you. I'll tell you, don't worry. I'll tell you after the after this demo I will tell you for sure. Okay? So you can just hang on and go through the demo. So to understand the demo, you don't need to learn any other programming language. Okay, you're not required to know any other pro. So once you start working on PRPC environment, you should have some basic knowledge of Java concepts, like what is class in Java, what is inheritance in Java. This is called OOPS concepts. If you're already aware of OOPS concept, that is fine. Saturday and Sunday you have time. You can go ahead and go through the web and see what is Java, why is Java used, where Java is used, what is class in Java, go to the YouTube, and what is inheritance in Java. You understand these things, you are not required to learn the programming in that. Okay. So only you need to understand what we will do in a class, what we do using inheritance, how it works, and what is inheritance. You have basic understanding of this, that is enough to come into Pega. Okay, so here you're not required to write any code, so you're not required to bother about coding. Okay, there is one place where you must have to write code. I'll talk about it later. I'll tell you how to manage with that. Okay, so you're not required to bother much about it. That will not be used very widely. Okay, clear? Is this Ajay talking or someone else? Hello, am I audible? Okay, fine. So I think you got it. Okay, fine. So let's proceed now. So PRPC is a tool. Okay. So what kind of tool it is? You would have heard about it. Pega is what type of tool? It's a BPM tool. You would have already heard about it. Pega is a BPM tool. Okay. So when you say it is a BPM tool, okay, what is BPM? So we should know first of all what is BPM, and then why it is said to be a BPM tool. Okay. Understand. Okay, online guys, can you please mute from your end, Ajay and someone else? Okay, so we'll understand about BPM and its features, why Pega is said to be BPM. So in market you have many BPM tools. Apart from Pega, what are the BPM tools you have? Appian you have, okay, and you have Blaze, Cordis, Activity, Tipco Partial BPM, IBM Lombardi, and Oracle BPM. So like this you have many other BPM tools. See, you have Java, .NET, C language, mainframes. Java is object oriented technology. .NET is object oriented technology. A మధ్యలో switch చేయండి. ఎందుకంటే ఫ్యాన్ తిరగట్లేదు. ఏసీ ఒకసారి తీసి మళ్ళీ. So Java is object oriented. I will check this. Okay, Java is object oriented, and mainframes is, it's a middleware, right? It's a middleware. Okay, SAP is okay, ERP. It's not a BPM. So there is something behind the scenes, okay, that should make this one as BPM. Okay, and there is something that is going to be set Java as a object oriented, and middleware is mainframes. Okay, so what is that makes Pega as a BPM, Blaze as a BPM, Cordis as a BPM, Lombard as a BPM. Okay, so we need to understand first about BPM. What is a BPM and what are its features? Then we will try to understand why Pega is said to be a BPM tool. Okay, so here you go ahead, BPM. So BPM stands for Business Process Management. This is the abbreviation of BPM is Business Process Management, which provides the ability to have end-to-end visibility and control over all parts of a multi-step transaction that spans multiple applications and people in one or more organizations. Okay, so let's go ahead and try to understand this definition in detail. Okay, so first of all, BPM stands for Business Process Management, which provides the ability to have end-to-end visibility and control over all parts of a multi-step transaction. So what do you mean by transaction? Okay, let's take any business like banking. Okay, so you'll go to bank, you deposit money, some amount of money, or you withdraw money, you will do third party transfer. See, whatever that work that you are going to perform in a banking, that is said to be you have done a transaction. Okay, deposit of transaction, withdrawal transaction, something like this. Okay, so a transaction is some one unit of work that you are going to perform in an organization. Okay, now what is meant by multi-step transaction? Okay, so let's go to slide 5. So in the slide 5, the flow chart represents a simple flow diagram for ATM card flow money withdrawal process. Okay, so where you'll open the application, you'll give the card number and PIN number. Tirumala Nachara? Tirumala. Right? Okay, so you'll give the card number and PIN number. So what happens after you give card number and PIN number? It will be verified in the system. Okay, so once it is been verified that your card number is valid and the PIN number that you have entered is matching the card number, whatever the card number you have provided, and it is available in the bank, then it will go ahead and get the processing, and then finally you will get the money or you will not get the money if PIN number is wrong, and finally it ends. Okay, Thirumal, Chapandi. Okay, so this is how your transaction will be processed in a money withdrawal process. Okay, so I have represented in the form of a flow diagram here. Okay, so where you will see card number and PIN number. So end users will be asked for giving the card number and PIN number. So the verification you cannot see outside, so it will be done internally in a business logic or something. Okay, and processing you will not see outside. See, but I have represented the verification and processing also in the form of a flow diagram. See, I want to see how this verification is been happening. Okay, who has the ability to look into that one? So a developer can see what is the logic that is being written in order to go ahead and do the verification process. And during the processing, it will go ahead and give you the money, update back the tables with the total amount, what is been taken, and what is the remaining balance, ledger balance and all. So that can also be seen by the developer. Means, see here I have given a flow chart which is a development representation of a transaction. So when I say development representation means in a BPM, whenever you are going ahead and implementing any unit of work, you need to represent it in the form of a flow diagram or flow chart or workflow. This is said to be. Okay, so multi-step transaction means, see, this is a single unit of work which is in the business terminology we call it as a transaction. Here in this transaction representation of flow diagram, I have divided it into multiple steps, where at each and every step I am performing some task. Okay, so at the first step I am triggering the application, and in the second step I am going to ask the user for the inputs, and in the third step I have implemented like verification of the card number and PIN number. In the fourth step I have implemented processing. At the fifth step I am going to close the application. Okay, so the way of developing a particular unit of work in the form of a flow diagram, representing it in the form of a flow diagram, and representing it with number of steps in the flow diagram, and your work will start at the flow diagram start shape and ends at the end shape. It can have multiple directions. Okay, so this way of development representation of a unit of work in the form of a flow diagram, by dividing it into multiple steps, at each and every step you are going to perform a task. Okay, this is what a multi-step transaction in BPM. Okay, so everyone clear? Anyone is not clear? Online guys, everyone clear?
Yes, yes.
Yes, right. So yeah, so this is what a multi-step transaction in BPM. So everything we are going to tell now, you need to understand with the real-time business what we are going to do outside. With respect to banking, we'll understand for now, and when we are working, we'll work on either of the domains, banking, insurance, and whatever it is. Okay, so now coming to what is meant by which provides the ability to have end-to-end visibility and control over all parts of multi-step transaction means work that we are going to do. Okay, so what is meant by providing the ability to have end-to-end visibility and control of a work that you are going to do. Okay, so whenever you take any programming language, or you take any client, say suppose I am a development client, say suppose I am a client TCS, I am going to get a project from another vendor. Okay, so when I get a project, what is the first thing that I will hear from the vendor? Requirements. So you will go ahead with first thing is requirements. You will hear the requirements, then you will decide whether it is in our knowledge or not, whether we can implement it or not. Okay, so it's fine, you can go ahead and take the requirements, then you start doing analysis. So once you are done with the analysis, you will notify it back. So this is what analysis we have done and we are going to implement this one in this way. Then you start your design phase and development, and then you will move to, you will unit test it and then move it to the production. In between regions you leave it. So I have moved it to the live environment where users can access this particular application which has been developed. So once you have moved to the production means live environment, you say that your project is completed. So these are different phases involved: requirements, design and analysis, development, unit testing, integration testing, UAT testing, and then it will go to the live environment. Okay, so but here in PRPC, after you have moved it to the live environment, okay, say suppose after some days, 30 days or 40 days, you have run the business. So you want to generate some reports out of your business now. Okay, so what you need to do, you need to go ahead, say suppose your application is being developed in Java. Okay, so if you want to generate reports, what you need to do? If you don't know about Java, leave it, no issues. You need to go for any other third-party tool, Informatica and Cognos, some ETL tools will be there. Okay, so like this, if you develop in .NET, you need to go for MSBI, which is another product Microsoft will sell. Okay, so that means after the development, if you want reporting, you need to go for third-party vendor. Okay, so but in BPM, along with all the phases of the development of the project, reporting is also included. So it will provide one additional phase of reporting. So reporting means, so this is what meant by providing end-to-end solutions for the customers, means completely from requirements phase to all the development plus reporting is also included in the BPM environment itself. Okay, so that is what meant by providing the ability to have end-to-end visibility of a work that you are going to do. End-to-end visibility means whatever from requirement phase to complete reporting phase will be provided on the same environment. Clear everyone? Okay, now so what is, so online is clear, right? Okay, so now yep, what is meant by which spans multiple applications and people in one or more organizations. Okay, what is meant by spanning people first of all? Okay, say suppose you take any organization in an application development, so there will be multiple people involved. Okay, so you will have developers, testers, business analyst, manager, admins. So these are different people involved in an application development. So spanning multiple people in the sense here, it's not with respect to the persons I'm talking. So roles, what the roles that they're going to play. Okay, say suppose you want to go ahead and do the development part, your role will be developer. So you want to look at the configurations and you want to go ahead and work on that other kind of work, deployments and all, configuration of the servers and all, you'll be an admin. You want to work on the requirements gathering, you want to work on between the business and the developers, you will be a business analyst role. Okay, similarly you want to go ahead with the approvals of the work, you want to give the approvals and manage the work to assign to someone, then your role will be manager. So if you want to just access the application and do the business, then user. So end user is the one who will access the, so like this there are different roles involved in an application. Okay, so all these different roles will be, you can go ahead and create. Say suppose I am going to log in as admin, whatever that I see on the application, the other person who logs in as a developer cannot see, right? A developer, when developer logs into the same application, user will not see what a developer sees here. A developer can open anything, customize it, then make the changes, but the user can only access the application. User can only access, manager can access the application as well as he can approve or reject or something. Okay, so like this, when you log in with different roles, the application will be providing you different way of access levels. Okay, so that kind of creating multiple roles on the same environment can be done in BPM. Okay, so in a BPM, whenever you create any application, you will be given with multiple logins with multiple roles. That is what meant by spanning multiple people in an organization means application. You can take it for now. Okay. So spanning multiple people means on the same environment BPM, single environment, you are going to create multiple applications, multiple roles on a single application. And what is meant by spanning multiple applications? So what is the ability to span multiple applications? Okay, so say suppose you are going to establish a banking application. Okay, you are going to create a banking application. So when you are going to create a banking application, today you think that you will only do pure banking operations. Okay, then you will go ahead and develop your banking application. It will do third party transfers and all. Okay, so tomorrow you are going to provide your customer, you want to provide your customers with a personal loan. Okay, what you need to do now? So when you want to go ahead with a personal loan, you need to create a personal loan application, and then you need to integrate into the main application. So day after tomorrow you want to go ahead with card processing something. Okay, you need to create that particular application. Say suppose loan application, vehicle loan you need to create and add it into. So now if you go ahead here, okay, here you cannot see right now. Where's paint? Okay, so here you go. So this is what bank. Okay, and here is loans and insurance and cards. Okay, so when you want to develop these independent applications, you will develop independent application and integrate into the main application. Say suppose a person who steps into a bank for a bank account or for a loan account or for an insurance account or for a card account, okay, has to commonly fill their details, give their details. You have to give your SSN number or PAN number in India, and you have to give your first name, last name, your street address, and everything you need to submit. Okay, say suppose you think in a general way you are going to step into bank physically, we'll talk about it, not in application way. Okay, they will give you a paper where you can fill all the details and submit it back to the bank. Okay, if you go for a bank account, they will give one form, say suppose form A. Okay, if you go for loans, they will give form A or any other form. For this purpose, I'm talking about for the same purpose, you will create a new form or you will go ahead with same form. It will be the same form. So you will go for insurance and cards. One form you need to create and share it across multiple implementations. Okay. So say suppose you are going to build your application and with additional functionalities. Okay. So this is an add-in functionality to my bank. This is an add-in functionality to my bank. This is an add-in functionality to my bank. Whatever the common functionality I need for, I will go ahead and get it from bank, which is already been implemented in the bank. Okay, say suppose I want to go ahead and create a form wherein which it will accept the customer's basic details. I will create it and put it in the bank. Okay, when a new branch added, I will go ahead and give it to the new branch, same form. Okay, that will distribute. Okay, so like this you can go ahead and create something which is reusable, okay, in the framework, that is called framework. Okay, and then this is called implementation. Okay, implementation 1 to n. Okay, so the meaning of spanning multiple applications, ability to span multiple applications means whenever you are going to build a project in a BPM environment provides you a way of implementation of framework as well as implementations. So when I say framework means something which is reusable, you will put under framework. How we'll create framework and all we'll see later. Okay, so you can go ahead and implement it under framework. Something which is going ahead with running the business and utilizing the reusable components is called implementation. Okay, so BPM provides an environment wherein which you can go ahead with framework and implementation kind of layered architecture, layered development. This is called framework layer and implementation layer kind of development BPM will provide you. So the meaning of this one, spanning multiple applications means BPM provides you an environment wherein which you can go ahead and implement, develop framework layer and multiple implementation layers. Okay, it can be one or n. So now we have understand about providing the end-to-end solutions means completely from requirements to reporting phase, same environment, and multi-step transaction means in the BPM environment, you will go ahead and design in a workflow diagram architecture, and you will have multiple steps where each step will perform some specific task. And spanning multiple people means you can create on the BPM environment multiple roles with different levels of access. And multiple applications means it is framework and implementation layer kind of development. Okay, so this is what a BPM provides you. So now if you go ahead and see, BPM stands for business process management. So by providing you end-to-end solutions for your application, by providing an environment wherein which you can go ahead and design your application architecture in the form of a workflow, and by providing an environment wherein which you can create multiple access levels, and by providing an environment wherein which you can go ahead and implement something in a framework and implementation layers, BPM manages the way that your business have to be processed. Okay, so this particular environment manages the way that your business have to be processed. So it will completely deal about the processing of your business by providing all these things in the environment. So everyone clear about it, or any questions, any doubts, any gap in understanding? Online guys, clear, right? So okay, fine. So let me proceed further. మీకు అర్థమవుతుందా? Okay, మీ పేరు Nageshwara. Okay, fine. So here we go ahead now. See, I'm going to say now, so what is the difference between traditional application development and BPM application development? Okay, so I'm going to develop applications in Java, .NET, C language, okay, with Unix or something, and then I'm going to develop applications in BPM environment, not Pega, BPM. Okay, so what is the difference between normal application development and BPM application development? Okay, we are not going to look into this now in depth. You will understand in depth later. I'll tell you on top what you need to remember, what is the exact difference. Okay, so if you're going to develop applications using .NET, Java and any other technology, okay, you need to develop the UI and then business logic and database. So there are three layers: UI layer, logic layer and data layer. So whenever you go ahead and type the URL, say suppose www.hdfc.com, I'll type. So it will immediately go to, first thing is it will go to HTML. Okay, leave about the application servers, web.xml, web.inf, leave about all it. Okay, it will, out of these three, UI, logic and database, it will go to hit user interface, HTML content. From HTML, it will invoke the business logic. From the business logic, it will go to database, and database back to logic, back to UI. So this is how your request will be processed. Means these are communicating each other. Now, if you develop the applications in BPM, you have to go ahead and develop user interface, business logic and database. These three are same, common. Apart from this, what we have discussed previously is workflow. This is called process. You need to go ahead and ultimately implement a workflow. Once you implement the workflow, you need to add everything into the workflow. Okay, how you will integrate, you will be learning later. But remember, you need to integrate into the workflow. When you access a BPM application, first it will trigger your workflow. So once it triggers your workflow, see, it will come here and triggers this workflow at the start position. So the workflow will proceed on its way from start shape to towards end shape based on the decision. Okay, it will trigger the UI. See, in the second step, it is triggering UI where it accepts input of the user card number and PIN number. In the third step, it is invoking your business logic for verification purpose and database also. Processing means it can be again business logic and database. Okay, so like this, in a BPM environment, what is that you have something more than your normal application programming is process. Means workflow is the one additional thing you need to create and integrate UI, logic and database related stuff into the workflow. Okay, clear? So you're not required to understand how it invokes and all at this point of time. You need to understand only in a BPM we have additional to the normal programming language, we have workflow or process. Okay, when I say process, what do you mean by a process? Okay, so process is a unit of work that can be completed either by acceptance or rejection. Okay, say suppose you are going to access a workflow of leave request. Okay, you will submit a leave request to your manager. So your manager has approved it. So the leave request is completed. Say suppose your manager has rejected it. Then it is completed or not completed. See, even though manager rejects, it is completed, rejected. In a way manager accepts, it is completed, accepted. Okay, so a process is something which can be done which can be completed either of the ways. Either it is complete, it is accepted, it is approved, or it is rejected. Okay, that is what meant by a process. Clear? Okay, so now you want to develop applications using any technology. Say suppose you are going to develop applications using Java. Okay, if you want to develop applications using Java, you need Eclipse environment. Okay, or some other tool you need to use one environment. If you're going to do the same thing in .NET, you need to use Microsoft Visual Studio. C language means that blue color screen. Unix is Linux commands, there will be one environment. Okay, similarly, any technology you want to develop something, you need an environment. Like in a BPM, you need an environment to develop the applications called BPM suite. Okay, a BPM suite is a software system that allows for the direct execution of the business process considering built-in business rules. This means BPM suite is an environment wherein which you can go ahead and design, develop the applications and deploy the application by considering built-in business rules. So what do you mean by a business rule? Think of a business rule as a statement aimed to influence the behavior of a system. Okay, so business rule is something which is being applied on some system which influences the behavior of a system. Let's take an example. Say suppose you're driving on you're driving on a car. Okay, so once you see the red signal, you will stop before zebra crossing. What is the red signal? So it's a rule, traffic rule. Okay, so red signal is a traffic rule. Once you see the red signal, you are going to stop before this zebra crossing. So red signal is a traffic rule that is being applied on you, that is influencing your behavior on the road or in the society. Okay, similarly, business rule is something which will be applied on some system that influences the behavior of that particular system, how it has to behave in the environment. Okay, now consider the financial transaction business process for credit cards. The simple business rule may be the total amount can due by a customer should not exceed customer's credit limit. Okay, so suppose you have a credit card. I have a credit card. My credit card limit is 3 lakhs. I went to a purchase center. I have purchased up to 4 lakhs. Okay, so when I purchase 4 lakhs, I have given my credit card and I am paying through the credit card. I have entered 4 lakhs I want to pay. So what it says, it will immediately stop it and says your credit limit is only 3 lakhs. Your transaction has been declined. Okay, so what is that limit? That limit here is a business rule. That limit is being applied on your credit card, that is influence the behavior of your credit card and said application. Okay, so similarly business rule is something which is being applied on some system which influences the behavior of that particular system. Okay, so how does this application knows this is what the credit limit of this particular card? Where we define it?
The rules, business requirements.
Not in requirements. See, there is a business rule that is being applied on some system. Okay, that business rule should be residing somewhere. So where it will reside? In the database. See, if you go to the banking database, in the database for your card number, this is what the limit. For this card number, once you access it, it will go to the database and get the business rule and then verifies it. Okay, so that is what the limit here in this case. So like this, there will be n number of business rules, right? Predefined business rules will be there. So all these business rules which you define in the system will be residing in a database called business rules database. Okay, so in a BPM you have workflow, you have defined business rules, and you have business rules database which holds all these business rules. Clear so far? Online guys. Everyone clear? Fine. So in a BPM, so far whatever we have seen is we have workflow architecture, workflow way of implementation for the application, and then we have business rules and business rules database which holds business rules.
So that means all business rules will be there in the database.
Yeah, all the business rules will be residing in a database that we call here as business rules database. Okay, now let's go to next slide of 7. Okay, so business rules are there in business rules database and my application is here. There should be some program which is driving the business rule from the business rules database to the application, right? There should be some program you have to write which will drive. Okay, this is a built-in program that will be given by BPM itself. Okay, now that program which drives the rules from the business rules database to the application is called BRE. BRE stands for Business Rules Engine. Means, see, when I say Business Rules Engine, it's not a hardware. So Business Rules Engine is a program which drives the rules from Business Rules database to the application. Okay, you're not required to write down, I think. So it is there. The video is there on harshatrainings.com. You can go and watch again. Okay, so Business Rules Engine is the one which drives. See, who will give this program? So BPM will give this program. Okay, so now so far we have workflow, business rules database, and business rules engine. These four components are there in BPM environment. Okay, so now from slide 1 to slide 7, whatever we have seen so far, BPM. So is BPM a technology? No. Is it a tool? Yes. No, it's a methodology. So BPM is a methodology. So what is the difference between tool and methodology? I'll tell you. Say an organization has proposed a methodology. Okay, so if you go ahead and build your any environment, application development environment following this methodology, then your methodology is set to be BPM. Your tool is set to be BPM tool. Methodology means some set of instructions. Okay, some set of instructions. This is the methodology that you have to follow in order to implement this one. This is the methodology. You have software development methodologies also, Scrum model, and whatever the way you are following, that is what methodology. Okay, so in your application development environment, you have workflow architecture. You are going to maintain a business rules database and business rules in it, and you are going to implement business rules engine in order to drive the business rules from the database to the application. If you design your application development tool like environment like this is said to be a BPM tool. Okay, does Java or .NET have this workflow architecture and business rules database, business rules engine? They have not implemented in this way. They did not follow this method. Their methodology is object oriented, direct object oriented. Okay, now coming to Pega rules process commander. Okay, see, Pega systems has come forward and adopted this methodology, and they have developed a web application development environment by maintaining workflow architecture, by maintaining business rules, by maintaining business rules database, and by giving you a program, business rules engine. Okay, all this they have implemented. They have implemented this methodology and provided BPM solutions to its customers. Okay, so now why Pega is said to be a BPM tool? It is following it is following BPM methodology and implemented all that what BPM said. Why APN is said to be BPM tool? APN has followed the BPM methodology. All these BPM tools, whatever that I told, APN, Cordis, Blaze, TIPCO, Lombard, Oracle BPM, these are all have followed this BPM methodology and implemented. That's why this is the row of BPM tools. Okay, so now when you come to Pega rules, everyone clear so far? Online guys, right? Okay, see here, when you go ahead and see now Pega rules process commander. Okay, if you divide Pega rules process commander into two parts, PR and PC. See, you have Pega rules. See, Pega systems has implemented BPM by following BPM methodology. See, the workflow or process in Pega, it is said to be process only. Okay, so the process here is equal to process. Okay, and business rules. The business rules, he has given its own conventional name of Pega rules. And business rules engine, he has given his own name called, sorry, business rules database I'm talking about, business rules database, which holds business rules. So business rules database is a common term in BPM. For that he has given his own name called rule base. And business rules engine, he has given a name called process commander. Okay, so the workflow is workflow here also, and business rules in Pega you call Pega rules, business rules database you call rule base, business rules engine you call process commander. If you divide in PR and PC into two parts, PR Pega rules, all the rules will be there in rule base, and PC is the process commander which drives the rules from the rule base to the application. Clear? Any questions? PC is interface for developer. PC is one of the program that has been designed by Pega systems in order to get the business rules from database to the application. So that's the interface for developer. That's not interface, that's a program. Program, when I say, it's a logic. Yeah, business logic. I'll tell you. I'll talk HTML. It's a HTML only. For UI purpose, they have used HTML. I'll talk about it. Okay. So now you have Pega has followed all this BPM methodology and implemented and provided BPM solutions to its customers. Now coming to next slide, what is Pega rules process commander, and more importantly, where does it fit in? So where does it fit in? We'll talk about it later. Now what is Pega rules process commander? It's a Pega rules process commander is the revolutionary solution for building the business process management system. So it has come forward and given BPM solutions to its customers. In other words, it's a comprehensive platform for building and deploying the BPM, CRM, decision management and case management applications. Okay. See, case management, decision management works together with CRM and BPM. We are going to learn in BPM itself. Okay. We are going to learn with our course BPM. You know what is BPM? What is CRM now? Customer relationship management. Who is the topmost leader in the market today for CRM? Salesforce. What is CRM now? CRM, how many tools are there in CRM? Salesforce is there. I think Agnish or something is there. Yes, ETL. I don't know. Okay, Siebel. Sorry, Siebel is correct. Siebel and Pega CRM is there. Okay, that means they have provided an environment by following the CRM methodology. So whoever implemented the CRM methodology, Salesforce is the one which has provided the best solutions to its customers. Now, same way, by following the BPM methodology, Pega is now providing the best solutions for its customers. Okay, in a Salesforce, CRM is the king in market, and in a BPM, Pega is an emperor in the BPM world. Okay, so why it is the topmost leader in BPM, we'll discuss about it later. Okay, you'll be understanding in few minutes. Okay, now in other words, Pega rules process commander is a process that focuses on automating the work and powerful automation of the program. So what do you mean by automation of the work and automation of the program? See here, in PRPC, the defined work passes through the set of people and set of applications depending on the conditions taken by the process. So I'll go ahead and define a process architecture wherein which I'll go ahead and define some decision making. If card number matches, proceed in this way in the flow. Card number do not match, do not give the money, and then end it. Okay, so this is what automation of the work. See, this automation of the work you can do using any other technology. It's not a big deal. Okay, you can even C language, same thing you can do. Everywhere you can do. So it doesn't make any much difference with respect to the automation of the work. So the powerful feature of PRPC is automation of the program. So what do you mean by automation of the program? In traditional object-oriented programming, we used to write lots of code to achieve the functionality. Okay, say suppose you want to implement something. I want to send email notifications to my customers. Whoever logged in and complete the form, I want to send him an email notification. I need to go ahead and create write all the code, open the SMTP post, get the port numbers, and then make the connections and all. You need to write the code. Okay, so it will take, say suppose it will take 1 hour in writing code for in Java.NET. Okay, now PRPC uses a powerful form-based programming model instead of writing code. Okay, so here it will provide a user interface to you. You need to use the user interface and then select something, drag and drop and all. You need to implement the code. So for implementing the code, PRPC has built-in features. So all the code is been already built in the system. Okay, now that is what automation of the programming means. Program is been predefined in the system, means program is already been written in the system and given to you. You need to use the existing program and pass parameters to it. That's it, done. Okay, so you're not required to go ahead and code something which you want in Pega. Okay, everything you need to identify the built-in feature and use it. Okay, how do you know what are the built-in features there in Pega to use? You will be learning day by day. Okay, so this is what automation of the program. Pega has been started in 1984, so it has took almost 36 years, right? So in order to go ahead and automate the program. Okay, so most of the logics they have automated. Still there will be something left. Okay, so they'll go ahead and do it also. Okay, so from Pega 7 onwards, different versions are there. With the latest version, you're not required to code Java. See, there are different versions available. What are the versions is, we have Pega 4, 5, 5.1, 5.45 and 6.1, 6.2, 6.3, 7, 7.1. అక్కడ నుంచి 7.1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 7.2, 7.2.1. I think now I don't know. 7.2 is the latest. Okay, it is there in the market now. So these many versions we have. Okay, so they have slowly automated everything. Okay, initially when they developed PRPC, they have developed in C language. Okay, so that time the name was not Pega. Okay, so after that they moved it on to CPP, and later they moved it on to Java. I'm talking about only with respect to logic, automation of the programming. The program built-in has been written in Java with the versions we are going to work on. Okay, before and all 84s they have started in C language, and after that CPP and then Java. Okay, see, almost 17 to 18 technologies they have used. So they have used, so within this they have used Java, HTML, and then they have used XML data structures and many other things, VB script, .NET, they have used Silverlight, they have used for the purpose of designing the environment. I'm not talking about the processing of the business. Okay, designing environment, they have these many technologies involved. Okay, so now Pega rules process commander automates the program, means your program is already been built in the system. So say suppose you go for any other technology, you need to write the code. So how much time it will take? Say suppose 1 year they will take for completing a project. The same project you want to do in Pega, so it will take maybe 1 or 2 months. Okay, so that's one thing. Okay, 1 or 2 months it will take. So, and also in Pega rules process commander, already code is been built in and it is pre-compiled thoroughly. It is already compiled. See, your program is there which is working, means it should be compiled, right? Internally in the system it has been compiled. Okay, so when I say it has been compiled, means whenever you go ahead and reuse it, do you see any compilation issues? You will not face. You will not face any runtime issues. See, if you write a program, there may be a chance you will do mistakes, and then you will go ahead and it will fail in some way at some point of time. Okay, but this has been tested thoroughly for all the scenarios, most of the scenarios, whatever they can do, and it has been pre-compiled program, and it has been it can go ahead and run faster. Okay, how it runs faster? So PRPC has built-in code which has been pre-compiled thoroughly, and PRPC applications are faster than any other applications. When I say any other application, let's take Java. Pega is 6.4 times faster than Java. It has been proven that 6.4 times faster than Java. See how, why it is faster than Java? Okay, because it has built-in code. So that is one reason. How it makes your applications faster in processing wise. Okay, now whenever you are going to reuse any program which has been already available, what does PRPC will do is PRPC will maintain a cache. So you know about cache? Yeah. Everyone. Say suppose you're going to browser, you will type something called go facebook.com. Okay, you are done with your work, close the browser, come back next time. If you type F, it will get from the cache. Okay, and it will give you everything. Okay, so that is what maintaining the cache means. Something which you have already used, it will be maintained in the cache memory, and then it will be brought to you when you are accessing it next time. Okay, so the next time, is it faster or slower? It will be faster than the first time, right? For this cache purpose, PRPC will maintain tables, cache tables. Whatever that you are going to run, it will maintain in the cache tables. So whenever you are going to execute again, it will get from the cache. Okay, so there will be many rules which are being put in the cache, so that whenever you use the rule will be taken from the cache, and then it will be proceeded in the execution in a faster manner. Okay, so that makes that is one place where your PRPC applications are faster, as the code is built in and pre-compiled thoroughly. It will maintain the best cache tables for maintaining the cache, and it will give you from the cache. Clear? Now, so it has automated programming. That is what built-in program is already been written in the system. Okay, clear? So next, let us see now. So far whatever we have seen is BPM and its architecture. BPM has workflow, business rules database, business rules and business rules engine. Now Pega has taken the BPM methodology and implemented all these things so that it is said to be a BPM tool. So Pega has workflow which is equal to workflow of BPM. Pega has Pega rules which is equivalent to business rules in BPM. Pega has given a name of business rules engine, Pega has given a name of process commander which is equivalent to business rules engine in BPM. So, and one more thing is database, which is a rule base here. There you call it as a business rules database, and it has an automated program. Okay, it has automated work that you can do anywhere, automated program. So because of this automated program, Pega is today leading in the market. Okay, so now say suppose I want to go ahead and take any BPM tool, so take APN. Okay, you need to write the code, but in Pega you're not required to write the code. And your application, you will not face any issues because it is been pre-compiled thoroughly, and you will see your applications are faster. So which one you will choose now? Okay, so now Pega should see, if this is the reason, Pega should be there in the market with every other client, right? Wherever you have Java.NET, you should be having Pega, but it is not there. It is there with few clients. So I'll talk about it in few minutes after we complete this. Now Pega rules process commanders architecture we'll see. So as I have already told you, we have rules and rule base, and we have process commander. We can create multiple roles, users, developers, and different kinds of roles in BPM environment, same way in Pega environment. Okay, so now it has compiled Java rules, Java factory. So Java compiler is required. Why we need Java compiler? See, the business logic that has been implemented in PRPC today is in Java. Okay, you're not required to be an expert in Java. You're not required to know about Java. You're not going to look back into the Java. Okay, if you know the basic things of Java, if you can understand, it's fine. Even though you do not understand, it doesn't matter at all. Okay, if you're going to write Java code to implement some feature in Pega, it will be rejected by the client. Okay, so it is a practice, everything you have to use from PRPC itself. Develop the PRPC applications in PRPC. Do not write any Java code. Okay, there is one place, I already told, there is one place where you must have to write Java code. I'll tell you that. That is not always required. Okay, so there also we have again built-in. Okay, if you are going out of the built-in and you need to customize more, you need to customize it existing. I'll tell you that. That's not a big deal at all. You're not required to bother about it much. Okay, so now it has XML clipboards. So what do you mean by XML clipboard? Say suppose I'll access the PRPC environment, I'll give some input, it will be saved backend into the tables. So whenever I go ahead and request the same again, it will be fetched from the tables and displayed in the UI. So in between this, it will be converted into in the form of XML data structure. Okay, XML tags and XML data structure. So PRPC uses XML data structure. Yeah, just give me 1 minute. Surendra, I think it is Suresh. Yeah, give me 1 minute. So it requires XML data structure. It will go ahead and implement everything internally will be converted into XML. So what is the purpose of converting it into XML? So why we see, you know, right, when we are communicating between web applications, mostly you use XML data structure. What does an XML data structure give you?
Transfers the data.
That's fine. So it transfers the data, that I agree.
Understandable by all the browsers. Understandable.
Understandable by the browser is okay. Next, HTML is also understandable by all the browsers. Security. XML data structure you can define on your own way. There is no certain constraints you have to define in this way. XML data structure is more secure on the web when compared to any other this thing. Okay, that's why SOAP is been widely used so far. Now REST has come into picture. We'll talk about that later. Okay, so SOAP uses XML data structure. So you go to 100 clients, 90% of the clients to communicate between the applications will use SOAP protocol, right? So it uses XML data structure. So now the XML data structure is XML for web services. Yes. That is for web services. In that case, I'm going to talk about it now. In PRPC environment, everything will be converted into XML format. See, when I say XML format, it is on when I deploy my application on web, it is secure. So I want to let my customers know that my code is secure when you deploy onto the web, because it uses XML data structures internally. While the program is flowing, you cannot go ahead and hack it. Okay, so that's why PRPC uses XML data structures. Okay, so now integration into other applications. So in order to integrate with other applications, you need to use web services. So web services have different protocols. So HTTP, REST, MQ, like this. Okay, whatever the Java do, means using a Java, what are all the services you can implement? You can do the same thing in Pega. Okay, that means Pega applications on the web can communicate with other applications. Okay, so in the PRPC architecture, we have different roles. We have rules, rule base, process commander, and we have a Java compiler, and it requires XML. It uses XML clipboard, XML data structure, and using this PRPC environment, you can communicate with other applications. So it has web service implementation features available in it. Okay, so now in the words, the same thing. It has built-in Java. It uses XML data structure. See, if you want to deploy an application, you need an application server. For that, you can use WebSphere, WebLogic, or Tomcat. With our home version, we are going to use Tomcat. I'll show you that on Monday. Okay, now this architecture supports communication between different applications using different protocols. That is what the meaning of this statement. that I already told you. All the business rules will be there in rule base. Okay, so there should be some database, right? For rule base, you can use IBM DB2, Oracle, PGSQL, any database you can use. It's up to you which one you want when you are buying Pega license. Okay, with our home version, we are going to use PGSQL, Postgres. Okay, and here you go ahead. You're not required to be an expert in this one, SQL and all. Okay, so it can be integrated into a separate databases. Again, from my PRPC environment, I can connect to third-party databases. That can be any database, and it provides a single integrated thin client environment for building, testing, and using the applications. On the same environment, you will go ahead and build, design, develop, and deploy the applications, and you access the applications. So I'll talk about the deployment features and everything we'll be learning later. Okay, so this is what about BPM and its features, Pega and its features, why Pega is said to be a BPM tool, and why Pega is faster. So now, what are the clients? In what sectors or what domains Pega is there? Okay, so I'll talk about it. Before that, so far anyone have any questions? So someone has asked one thing, Suresh, can we see the code generated by Java? Yes, see the code that will be generated in the background, right? Java code, so that you can see. I'll tell you, but you're not required to customize it. See, when I say writing Java code or customizing Java code, it's not the code that is generates behind the scenes, not that one. You have special methods available that you can use and write down. Okay, see, someone says you can go ahead and open the rule which you have developed and open the Java code, then there modify it. That's not the case. Okay, so clear?
Go back to the previous slide. I have one.
No, it's not relevant to Java stuff. Wherever it is, it say I told, right? Java is used in one rule called what is that? Edit validate, some validation purpose. Okay, so you have alternatives for that. You need to find out the alternatives. If you're not satisfied with the alternatives, you need to go ahead with that particular rule where you implement Java. Okay, that one I will tell you. Okay, so no need to bother much about it. It's not a big deal. So other than that, every other place you have to go ahead and use PRPC in PRPC itself. Pega comes with package of DB, and yes, see, whenever you want to install PRPC, it will come as a package. It will come as a package of your application server, JVM, and DB, all this whatever HTML content that is required, and database, everything will be. So it comes as a package. There will be one file. You need to click on it. Once you click on it, it will install everything. It's simply speaking batch file. So batch file will get everything dumped onto your machine. That's it. It's a copy paste, extracting and pasting on your machine. That's it.
So can you please go back to the previous slide which shows how it appears?
What is that?
Yeah, it shows
Architecture. Huh?
Yeah. So and then the base history, other rule sets. What are the rule sets?
I'll talk about it later. This you cannot understand now. So the rule sets you cannot understand now. We'll talk about it after we complete 25% of course. Okay, that time I'll tell. Not before. See, if you do not see any rule in Pega, you cannot understand rule set. Okay, so now, so anyone else have any questions? See, Ajay, Archana, and TSR.
Yeah, Harsha, Venu here.
Yeah, Venu. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm going ahead with
are you
Venu.
going to be
After Venu, I'll come to you. Okay. Yeah, Venu, tell me.
Yeah, are you going to be discuss like Pega versions like?
Yeah, we are going to discuss tomorrow what are the versions available in Pega. Okay. So I'll teach you Pega. See, he's asking. We are going to discuss about these versions and all. I'll tell you what are the versions, where Pega is used, in what sectors, what domains. Okay. Why Pega is not there with every other client. Okay. We'll talk about and understand all these things. Tomorrow we'll understand that. Okay. So far, whatever we have completed.
Okay.
So you have any questions, you can ask me. Without programming.
Sorry?
Yeah, I'll come one by one. So yeah, there is someone pinging now with the name called Windows. May I know your name?
Yeah, Ramesh here. Like without this programming language like C, C++, Java, like I'm into functional side. Is there any prerequisite? Are you going to provide these all relevant stuff for Java relevant stuff?
Yeah, I'll tell you. See, you're asking like without a programming knowledge, can you come into Pega and then you can do it? And am I going to provide something which is required, prerequisites? Okay. See,
Yes.
the prerequisite for it is, see, if you don't know any language, that's fine. See, when you join your BTech or MC or whatever it is, when you started your career in graduation, learning programming and all, how you have started, you don't know anything, you have learned it from the basic, right? Okay? The same way you start now with Pega, okay? And other than this, what I need is, you go to Google, in these 2 days, you have time, Saturday and Sunday, go to Google and search for what is Java, where it is used, why it is used, you will understand it, right? Once you read it, anyone can understand it. I'm not telling that you have to understand the programming in Java. Okay, understand what is Java, where it is used, why it is used. Okay, and then you come to YouTube and type what is Java class in Java. You're not required to learn the coding and syntaxes and all. I do not want you to learn that. You understand why class is used, why we'll create, say everything is why and what. How is not required. Okay.
So that is okay. We will do that. That's one like relevant, like Java related stuff. We can do
No,
that, right?
it's not required. It's not required. See, if you know this class and go ahead with inheritance and understand it and come here, you sit like you are learning newly a technology, how you have learned after your intermediate +2. The same way you sit here and learn it. That is enough. Okay. Even I have people even from BPM, BPOs, those who have done MBAs, those who have done pharmacy and all. So you should be able to cope up. But one thing is every day you need to practice. Okay, when you are learning from me, you need to practice every day. So that is the first thing. Okay.
Exactly 2 months, 2.5 months.
2 months, 1 week. Okay. In between, I'll take 1 or 2 Saturdays. I'll let you know. Okay, for sure.
Okay.
And here you go ahead with 15th. We don't have class. Okay. So
My
anyway,
question is
Saturday,
not
Sunday we don't have class.
now. Are you going to the relevant Java? Are you going to teach or not?
No, nothing related to Java. I'm not going to teach anything related to Java. See, I'll tell you when we come with one rule is there, I am telling, which is related to Java. That time I'll tell you how to understand. Okay, you will understand it. It doesn't matter at all. Even though you do not learn it, it doesn't matter at all. Okay, in Pega. Everything, whatever you see, you will not get something into your mind like what is the Java that is being used for this. You're not required to know at all. Learn Pega
Yes.
in Pega. That's it, enough. Everyone, see, say suppose you're going to appear for an interview, nobody will ask you Java questions. Definitely for sure. Okay. See, I will give you the best ways to learn Pega. I'll give you the best
Okay.
ways to crack an interview. What you need to do is you
Sorry.
need to follow me. So I'll give you the best. See, maybe you are done with your 10 years of career or 15 years of career, whatever it is. Okay.
Yeah, 15
Well,
years of
coming
career.
to,
Okay.
yeah, well, coming to
Like 4
Pega,
years of experience. Okay.
yeah, 15, whatever it is, how many years it is. Okay, so you would have already known about everything, how to present yourself in the interviews and everything. With respect to Pega, how you have to present, I'll tell
That
you.
is okay.
Okay.
That is okay. Relevant subject, I can do that. These are newly, right? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, that's fine. So what I'm telling is you need to follow me. That's it. That is enough. Okay. So this
Okay.
2.5 months, whatever I tell you, you need to practice every day. Before only I'm telling. Okay. So I have many people I've seen. So you need to practice every day. Whatever that you have work, office work, whatever it is, I don't mind. Okay. When you're joining here, when you're learning from me, you have to practice every day. Otherwise, you'll not understand future classes. That is for sure. So today I complete something. By tomorrow you must be doing it. So you have Saturday and Sunday off. Do not think like we'll do it in Saturday and Sunday, and so that will not work out at all. Okay. So
Totally off for me, but for you, the Saturday, Sunday off for you, I think so. That's what.
yeah, Saturday, Sunday off here. Okay, even for the classes. Okay. So
Okay.
I will give you work even to work on Saturday, Sundays. So first week will be somewhat free for you. Okay. That means whatever I tell you, you will do. Second week onwards, you will start working on your own stuff, whatever I'll give you. See, it is very easy to learn PRPC when you practice every day. You will not understand even one single point if you are not practicing. Okay. Even though
In
you are
case
a
we are
Java
going to
expert,
study
just give me 1 minute.
something,
Give me 1 minute, Suresh. So even though you have worked on .NET, any other technology for 10 years, PRPC terminology is completely different. To understand the terminology, to get the terminology, it will take 20 days for anyone. Okay, remember that. You cannot learn Pega in 1 month and 45 days. Today, with respect to today's market I'm talking about. Say suppose you would have joined two years before. For that market, that is fine if you learn for 30 days and basics. So today nobody is going to ask you basic level of stuff. They will go in depth and internally they will ask. Okay. I'll tell you everything, whatever that is required for today's market, whatever that is required for you to survive inside once you go inside into a project. So you need to follow me, you need to remember more. See, in Pega, one thing is you need to remember. Everything you need to remember. In Java, you'll apply something on your own. Okay, that will work out. Here, nothing you'll apply on your own. You need to find out the existing and use it and remember it for the next time. Use the same for the next time. Okay, you need to put some some level of concentration when learning. Okay, yeah, now you can ask me, Ramesh or Suresh.
Okay, anyway, hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, are you going to provide the software? How many days you will provide the software?
Yes, it's not how many days, it will be forever with you. I will go ahead, he is asking about the software to practice. I'll install on your machines, I'll send you the instructions document and I'll send you the installation file and all. You just follow I'll modify the instruction document, there are some corrections. I'll send you that, follow the instructions and exactly install it on your machine. If you have any trouble, you can ask me, I'll install. Okay? So, and it will be there for you forever.
Hello?
Yes. What is that?
Are you going to provide any group message such like that? Can you provide the like a group?
What do you mean by group message?
Group like any sharing anything, anyone, each and everyone will share that, right?
Yes.
Group, like,
no. I will go ahead and send everyone an email whenever it is required. So that's what you're asking about WhatsApp group something?
Yes. The WhatsApp group is very easy to write.
Yeah, I will provide the WhatsApp group. Okay, do not discuss about commercials in the WhatsApp group. If you're going to form as a group and discuss about Pega, not the commercials.
Only relevant subject only I'm asking you.
Okay, I got you. But do not discuss about commercials. Okay, there will be in the batch my friends, my relatives, people whom I can give it for free.
That's what.
Okay? But do not compare with others. Yeah, subject part you can go ahead and group together and discuss together, and offline people make a group and online people make a group. Okay, that's fine. Okay, one of you can take initiation and make a group, and then you can share whatever that you want, interview questions, whatever you want to ask. But if you have any issues during the training with my teaching or with your understanding or with the way that I am telling, do not make it discuss within you and just bust it out at one point of time. Okay, just let me know immediately.
That's it, little bit slow.
Yeah, I will tell you. See, demo classes will not be like this. Okay, demo will be somewhat faster when compared to classes. That's fine. I'll go ahead slowly in the classes. One thing is, so everything should go ahead plain. Okay, if you have any issues at any point of time, you should let me know. Say suppose I may not be reachable to 100% to everyone. Okay, I agree in that. Okay, it depends on me, it depends on your knowledge, it depends on the way how you will grasp and all. Okay, you need to let me know so that I can come to your way and teach you, give you the better way. Okay,
absolutely.
So that is what I am expecting. So you follow
WhatsApp, you can create the WhatsApp group.
I will not get time, but I will create it. I will take the numbers now itself. Hang on.
What if you miss any class?
Yeah, someone is asking, what if you miss a class? Okay, so for offline guys, maybe you are going to travel, right? You are going to travel on Fridays, you will not be available on Monday. Only way is either for offline or online. I can compensate the class. Offline guys can switch to online for that one day. If you are going to join offline, you are strictly not allowed to join online. Okay, if you are going to miss one day, you have the availability to join online. Make it online. Join in 1 hour, right? You can make it. Say that we're going to miss even online. Okay, so whenever you're going to miss a class, you need to let me know 1 day before, so that if it is a continuation topic, I will hold it and take it something else. Okay, and I will make sure that you are going to follow the project implementation continuously. Okay, say suppose you have not informed and you have missed it. Okay, I will make sure the class will be compensated to you. Okay, so there are few classes which are independent of our regular development. Okay, I can take it up at any point of time and I can tell. Okay, so after few days is completed, 15 days is completed. Okay, so that's how we are going to proceed. So everything can be compensated to you in any batches. If you are going to, say suppose you are going to, you have some issues, you are going to drop in the middle of the batch. Okay, you are allowed to join till next 6 months in any other batch. Okay, one thing is, if you're going to stop in between, you need to make your complete payment and then drop. Then only I'll consider you to join again. You cannot come back and make a half payment again and join. That's not the case. Okay, remember before when I'm telling. And one more thing is, say suppose you have attended entire training. There are few topics that you want to attend again. Okay, you need to discuss with me. I'll tell you when to join and which batch. See, with your batch, whatever the morning batch, we have a parallel batch going to be started evening 7:30. If you're going to miss in the morning, at least make it in the evening because they will be after you. Okay. So if that is not possible, I can compensate the class. Okay. Evening 7:30 p.m. IST.
Up to 6 months we can attend, right?
No, up to 6 months, not after. Okay. So the day you join from today, from Monday to next 6 months, you have completed your course perfectly 2 months, 1 week. You are not allowed to join immediately from the beginning to ending. I want you to practice, take your time, 1 month, 1.5 months, whatever that you do not understand, I can compensate. Okay. It's not that you will attend now, again after 2 months, 15 days, you will start with a new batch. That should not be the case. That is the case means you have not practiced. See, it should not be like you have not understand everything. It should be something you have not understand, some topic, I can allow you. Okay. So suppose you have attended 2 months, 15 days. Okay. You have a gap of 2 months, you have practiced something and you need, again you want to listen to advanced topics. You can come and join from advanced topics, everything. That is possible. If you come back within 6 months, even 1 day after 6 months, I will consider you as a fresh student.
Okay. Before 6 months I am eligible, right?
You are eligible, but you need to remember one more thing, like you are not eligible to attend immediately from the beginning. Only the topics you miss you can attend. That I agree. But immediately I will start from the beginning means you have not done anything. Say suppose you are not going to complete the task which I am going to give and you are not able to cope up with the class and you find that you are not getting time, you stop it there itself and take some time. Maybe in next 15 days there will be another batch that is going to be started, you can continue. Okay, that possibility is there.
Okay, one question here. In case I am not able to do the practical session, is there any live like lab guy is there? Are you going to provide yourself?
No. I will tell you one thing. So how you need to practice is, I'll give you the ways to practice. You just exactly follow me. Okay. So you need to take the notes. You need to practice on your laptop. Okay. There is no other person. I'm not an institute. Okay. Maybe online guys, you might not have known. Okay. I'm teaching from my home. Okay. So who will provide you? Say suppose you have some doubt. Okay. Who will help you? I will help you. Everything I will take care. So I am the instructor. I am the receptionist. I am the financier, I am the owner, everything I am. So I am a lab guy. If you have any issues, we have WhatsApp, right? Everyone has WhatsApp. Immediately take a screenshot and ping me. You can call me at any point of time. Okay. Send me the error screenshot and then we can discuss immediately. Okay. Maybe I may not respond to your call on time, but I can give you a call back immediately. Maybe it will not take more than 1 hour gap. Okay. Only when I'm going from office, home to office and office to home, I cannot pick your call. Even with in the office also I can
practice session lab guide?
Yes, I will give you notes. Exactly, you need to follow your notes. Whatever that you are going to practice, whatever that we are going to do here, you are going to take your notes. It's not like a running notes. Okay, I'll give you time to see here and then I'll give time to write in your notes. You are not required to write even one word which I am not going to tell you to write down. When I say write down, you write down. That is enough. Okay, you are not even required to listen to me and write down something on your own. You will not get more points than whatever I say. Whatever I tell you is 100% in depth. So your notes will be forever for you. You are going to work on Pega 10 years. It will definitely helpful forever. Okay, that's how I'll give the notes.
Will you share this?
Is there running notes? Is there running notes?
There you can go. Slides will be there in the video. Yeah, what is it?
Hello?
That's what I'm telling. When I say it's not running notes that you have to write on your own, I will tell you have to write. Okay, just like how you have sit in your first standard, second standard. Okay, so whatever the way I'm going to follow, you just follow me. Regarding lab practice, right? You have to do practice on your own laptops. Everyone should have laptop or desktop. Everyone have, right? Okay, I will install or you can install on your own. Okay, on your machine. See, when I install for the first time, you can see and install on your multiple machines. Okay, so you cannot install, I think, on your office laptops. They will not allow to install a database. Okay, so use your personal laptops and install on your personal laptops, or ask me to install, I will install. So your installation should be done by Tuesday, end of Tuesday. Till Tuesday don't need it. Okay, end of Tuesday or end of Wednesday, you need your installation should be completed. Okay, I can help you on that. Okay, so I will take the any other questions, anyone? Only Suresh is asking. Suresh or Ramesh, your name? Windows, your name Windows is displayed, and what is your name?
Hello, Harsha.
చెప్పండి. Obula something. Ramesh. Okay.
Prasad here.
Prasad. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, Prasad. Ask me something in English. What is that? Yeah, see, there is one question about recordings. I will not record anything. I will not provide any recordings. Okay. Even though you miss the class, first of all, I do not record. Okay. I will not provide any recordings. Initial classes recordings are there already on website. Okay. But do not go through the videos. Okay. Follow the class and go through your notes always. Whatever I tell you, you follow the same way. Okay. So I can give you the best if you are following me. If you're deviating, I cannot do something. So is the software which you provide is compatible with, see, the software is compatible with Windows 7, 8, 10, 7 point or what, 8 point, 10 point, whatever it is. So it is compatible with all these versions, and Windows 7 installation is a bit different from 8 and 10. Okay. The instructions are there in the document. I'll modify it and I can send it to you. So your software will be shared. Okay. So after you make, see, I'll come to commercials also. See, I'll be pretty much giving you the best in Pega training wise. Okay. I'll be pretty much strict when you are practicing. Okay. So I don't bother you are 14 years, 15 years, I don't mind. Okay. So you are just a student to me now. Okay. And you
we have a session tomorrow? Hello?
Yes, we have a session same time tomorrow. We are going to discuss what is the market of Pega, where Pega is used, what kind of applications, what kind of domains are there in Pega, and everything we are going to discuss tomorrow. Tomorrow you must have to join. Yeah, I will just tell you, Shiva, don't just hang on. Shiva Kolluru. Okay, hang on. Okay, so just you just give me your names and phone numbers because I'll miss. So one by one I'll come. 1 second, hang on. I can take it in the notepad itself for now. Okay, so I'll come one by one. Ajay Pilla, right? మీరు వెళ్ళాలా ఎవరైనా వెళ్ళిపోవాల్సి ఉంటున్నారా ఆఫ్లైన్లో? Okay, online guys, you can do this. Everyone, so you have a GoToMeeting chat window. Ping your name, phone number and mail ID. Okay, name, phone number, mail ID. You can ping your phone number, name and mail ID. I can take it later. Okay, so that I can create a WhatsApp group as you have requested. Oh, already few people have left, I think. Previously I have seen 20 people, right? Okay, fine. So tomorrow we'll see how many people will join. No issues. And offline guys, okay, I can take it later tomorrow. I can take the phone numbers and all tomorrow. So for today you can leave. So everyone leave for today. So I'll go ahead and take your phone numbers and whatever that is required tomorrow. So you come tomorrow. So after tomorrow you have Saturday and Sunday to decide whether to join or not.
And what about the versions we are going to practice?
I'll tell you tomorrow. I'll tell everyone tomorrow.
Because now the latest is 7.2 and
Yeah, you have any personal questions to ask me, you can wait, I will talk to you. So online guys, Ajay, Archana, Chanchaya, Harsha, Opal, Rupari, Shiva, everyone can wind up for today, giving your phone number, name and mail ID. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. We will have a discussion session where we can discuss everything. So but join on time. Okay. మీరు అక్కడ ఇంటర్నెట్ కనెక్షన్ ఉంటుందా మీకు? సార్ నేను చూసుకుంటాను, నేను చెప్తాను. ఓకే, 15th ఎలాగో లేదు, 16, 17 కదా. నాకు ఇన్ఫార్మ్ చేయండి అప్పుడు ఒక 2 days ముందు. ఆ ముందు ఫ్రైడే నాకు చెప్పండి, ఐ విల్ టేక్ కేర్.
సో మీరు ముందే